Hello, Primary 5. I hope that you're fine. Today we're going to start Unit 1, A Journey to Adventure. So, you're going to read an adventure story. Each story has two main themes. What are they? The characters and the setting. Are you ready to meet the characters together? Let's go. Hello, I'm Robert. I'm Lucy. I'm Brenda. I'm Mrs. Green. Who are Robert and Lucy? They are cousins. Who's Granddad? Granddad is an inventor. Who's Mrs. Green? She's Granddad's maid. Now, what does it mean by the setting? The setting is the place where the story happens, and also the time. So here's the first part of the story happens in Granddad's study. What does it mean by study and what can you see in this picture? The study is a room for gaining experience and knowledge. As you see, what has happened to Granddad? What made Robert so surprised? We're going to know after the new vocabulary. New vocabulary. Inventor. Inventor is someone who makes something new. Ankle. Ankle is the joint connecting the foot to the leg. Maid. A female servant who does the housework. Bandage. A strip of cloth used for tying around the part of the body that has been hurt. Escape. Escape is to get away from. Ordinary. Unusual or not special. Surprise. Unexpected piece of news. Study. Study is a room for gaining knowledge. Nod. Can you nod? Nod is to move your head up and down like me. Try to move your head up and down. This is how to nod. Now please open your books and listen carefully.
Pupils, page 22. Unit 1. A Journey to Adventure. Reading. Escape from the Fire. Chapter 1. Grandad. Robert was excited. He was going to stay with his grandfather the weekend. Lucy, his cousin, was going to stay too. She was the same age as Robert, and they were good friends. While Robert was packing his bag, the telephone rang noisily. Robert answered it. It was Lucy. "I hope we have a great weekend," said Lucy. "So do I," said Robert. "It's always good fun at Grandad's." While Robert was travelling on the bus, he thought about Grandad. There were two things about him that Robert and Lucy really liked. First, he was very, very clever. He was an inventor. He invented lots of things, but mostly he invented new kinds of mobile phones. The other thing they liked was that Grandad loved history. His house was full of history books. When Robert and Lucy came to stay, Grandad told them exciting stories from history. The cousins loved the stories because they were true. They loved Grandad's tales of explorers who used to sail across the oceans and travel across deserts to distant lands. Robert knocked on Grandad's door. Mrs. Green, the maid, opened it. "Hello, Robert," she said. "Come in." "Hello, Mrs. Green," Robert said. "How are you?" "I'm fine," said Mrs. Green. She took his bag from him. "Your grandfather is in his study." Robert hurried into Grandad's study. "Hello, Grandad," he began. Then he stopped in surprise. Grandad was sitting in an armchair. There was a big bandage on his foot.
Now turn the page, please. Now focus.
Grandad, what happened? Robert asked. I've hurt my ankle, Grandad said. The doctor says I mustn't walk on it for a few days. Poor Grandad. Does it hurt? I'll help you, and so will Lucy. Where is she? Has she arrived yet? Grandad looked worried. I'm not sure, he said. I think she has disappeared. Disappeared? Said Robert. What do you mean? Grandad leaned towards him and whispered, I think she has travelled back in time. Chapter 2. The Time Travel Phones. Robert looked at Grandad, amazed. How could Lucy have travelled back in time? He asked. Grandad showed him a mobile phone. Look at this, he said. This is not an ordinary phone. This is my newest invention. Robert thought the mobile phone looked ordinary. What's special about it? He asked. Do you promise not to tell anyone? Not even Lucy? Lucy knows already. Not even Mum and Dad? I'll tell them soon. Okay, so what does it do? Asked Robert. With this mobile phone, you can travel back in time. Wow! Robert exclaimed. Can you really do that? Grandad nodded proudly. I've worked on this invention for 2 years, he said. It's ready now. Robert's eyes widened. How does it work? Let me show you. You put in the date you want to visit. Then you put in the place you want to visit. Then you put in the password. Adventure. Did you tell Lucy this? Yes. And now one of the time travel phones is missing. How many time travel phones have you made? Robert asked. 4. Grandad shook his head. I'm worried, Robert. I think Lucy has used the missing phone to travel back in time. Wow! Robert exclaimed. Where do you think she has gone?
Now, it's your time to read again. Please take your time to read. After reading, please answer the following questions. Take your time and send me your answers. Your homework, Pupils Book page 24 and Workbook pages 1 and 2. Thank you. Bye-bye.